Welcome back, everybody. Scor Rubyska here with our little Breton assassin in training, Taja. Now, we just escaped Helgen and talked to Albor, and he wants us to take a message to the Jarl about sending some troops down here. But it's almost 9 o'clock at night, so I don't think we're going to do that right now. Instead, we're just going to go wander around a little bit before heading over to Whiterun. Now, if you're just joining us and decided not to watch the first episode because escaping Helgen is pretty boring and it's the same thing we've all done dozens of times, I wouldn't blame you one bit. So I'll give a quick recap. I am going to be playing an assassin character, and Taja, our character here, she's going to be specializing in archery and one-handed and sneak, obviously, if you're going to be a stealthy assassin type character. Also, we're going to be using a lot of conjuration. I'm going to be soul trapping stuff. I'm going to be raising the undead. I'm going to be using a lot of bound weapons. I'm going to be buying the bound sword as soon as I get over to Whiterun. And then I'll be heading out to acquire the bound bow before too long. And I'm playing a Breton. And the reason for playing a Breton is because Bretons have 25% magic resistance, and the dragon skin racial power is pretty handy to have. And since I'm going to be using conjuration a lot, Bretons start with a 25 in conjuration, so that'll be helpful. So that's where we're at. Now we have a little bit of time to kill. Like I said, I don't want to head over to Whiterun at this hour, so I thought we'd just go wander around. I started this episode a few minutes ago and it locked up on me. The odd thing was, I came here before and nobody was here. And I don't understand it. These bandits are always here. But they're not here today. And I don't know why they're not here. It's very unusual. So there are a few things worth grabbing out here. Got the skill book and the mage's attire. See that? Foolish little wolf, huh? Yeah. You look like you're ready to tear something up. So I don't have any of the raise undead spells yet. I'll have to get that when I get over to Whiterun, but for now, we'll just use Wolfie. And I actually think you're probably better off. You're probably better off using. That's going to be helpful for a conjuration user. You're probably better off with Atronax than raising undead. I think they're more powerful. And there's another. The other advantage is that you can. Oh, let's see. Let's see if I can snipe this thing. This thing. It's a freaking deer, man. Call it what it is. Whoa. I didn't expect to drop it on one shot. I haven't even put any perks into archery yet. Look at that. He didn't even get a body shot there. But I need the leather. Now I think you're better off going with Atronax than raising undead, because in order to use that, there's got to be some dead bodies around. There's some cases you just may not have any around. But I'm going to perk that side of the tree anyway, where, you know, raising the undead is, because it's... Okay, I don't know why it jumped like that. I did not do that. And mostly because I never do. And I just want to do something a little different with this one. Well, there's usually a wolf or two running around here. And this, of course, is where Lakeview Manor will be, and that's going to be one of the somewhat early game objectives. Sometimes there's some wolves hanging around down here. Yep. Bet that felt good. Alright, got a one-handed increase. Just what I was looking for. And some more leather. And that one has a garnet for some reason. We won't ask why. Why do animals have gems on them? Or money sometimes? I think I was going through Helga and killed a skeever. And he's got some gold on him. Why would a skeever have gold on him? So also, to recap some more, I'm going to be putting perks into alchemy and enchanting. Now originally I'd planned to also go heavy into illusion. I'll probably still do that to some extent, but I'm not sure how much. It's probably going to come down to, well, really to how much I have to spread around. I've already mentioned the skills that are going to be most important, so illusion might be more of a support skill. There's usually something over here. Who's this? Bulbous.
What can I do for you?
What are you doing?
I'm collecting ingredients to bring to the gourmet. He'll think my tastes so refined when I offer them to him.
Who?
You have heard of the gourmet?
No, never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet? Author of Uncommon Taste? He is a wizard with a spatula. Well, not an actual wizard, but his recipes are legendary. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Nah. Whatever. Well, we still have some time to kill here. It's only 11 something. And, let's see, what kind of trouble can we get into? Well, I guess we can go, so we have some time to kill, we can go look at the castle mod I'm working on. It's down the road here. I think I still have it activated. Been having a little trouble trying to decide what pieces I'm going to use for it, so it probably looks kind of crappy. I haven't looked at it in a while. I haven't worked on it in a while either. Silly bone boy. Anyhow, when I started the castle, I originally had it up there near the water, but ran into some problems and decided to relocate it, which meant starting the mod over, of course. You can't just pick it up and move it. Wait, I guess you could if you wanted.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
Good luck. Now this is odd. There's these buildings over here, which are not in the base game. I believe Clarelux added them. These two buildings over here. And I say that because all these little posts right here, this is the stuff that's used on all these lantern posts. And it's strange because I had this in my other playthrough, and then one day it's not here. I'm like, well, I didn't uninstall Clarelux. Why did this stuff just disappear? Very strange. Yeah. Like I said, whatever. So there's Half Moon Mill. We're getting near the far west end of Lake Ilinalta. And we're getting near the, well, you can see it already. I had to do a lot of terrain modifications. Oh, I should have let it fly when I had the chance. I don't really need the, well, I mean, I want the leather. Making leather armor is a good way to boost your smithing skill early on. I don't think I'm going to be putting too many perks into smithing, at least not early on, but... So this is it. I've been trying some different pieces. As you can see, these don't match. But I found another piece recently that I like that I might use instead of either of these. Which is odd because this one right here, I think is the same one that's used in Dragon's Reach. But on mine, they don't line up. It looks like the pieces are actually curved. So the corners don't line up, but they look okay in Dragon's Reach. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. That's why I have these pillars here to cover up a gap that it was leaving. You can see I still need to do a little bit of terrain work. But it gives you some idea what I was trying to go for. It still needs a lot of work. But I thought this was a good location. I went and removed all the trees down here. Had to do a little bit of terrain leveling. Probably have to do a little more tweaking on the terrain. Should be a nice view from back here. You can see just about the whole lake from here. Ilinalta's deep somewhere in there, and High Hrothgar's up there. So, yeah. Should be alright. Eventually. I guess we can start making our way back. I'll probably just wait a little bit. Kill a few hours. What else? Let's see, I went over the skills. I'm going to use the bound weapons, bound sword, bound bow, and at some point, probably when I'm around level 12ish maybe, I'm gonna get over to Solstheim and go after the bound dagger. And it's a little embarrassing to admit, but I saw that used in a YouTube video, probably more than one actually, and I thought it was a mod because I'd never seen a bound dagger in the game, but it turns out it's not. You can actually get that in the Dragonborn DLC. So that's one of the things I'll go after. And I'll use the bound weapons probably till mid-game. You know, maybe level 30, 40. If they're still, and I'll keep using them. If they're still getting the job done, I'll keep using them. But at some point, get a quick save just in case. At some point, I'll move on to.
This is none of your concern, citizen.
Why, you guys. I don't know. At some point, I'll switch out to using regular weapons because I'll be able to smith them up better and enchant them, but I'll stay with the bound weapons for a while. I know the bound bow does quite a bit of damage. I think it's 18 base damage, not including your archery skill. And the Mystic Binding perk bumps it up to 24, I believe. The arrows do 24 points of damage, so you're at 48. Okay, we got a problem up here. Bandage. I just came through here too. Wow, vampires already. Let me see. Let me make sure they didn't infect me. Nope. All good. Alright, let's go, Wolfie. I'm really surprised to see vampires this early in the game. I'm still a level 1. I mean, I just got out of Helgen. I usually don't see vampires, so I'm like a level 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Come on. Alright. Archery increase and time to level up. Now, I need more magic, yeah? Especially for that bound bow, so I'm going to start working on that, and I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. So Wolfie doesn't cost me so much. Let me go ahead and make sure none of them disease me. Yeah. My Wolfie stronger than your Wolfie. I'm collecting all these daggers because I found that if you get like a fear or turn undead spell, you put those on a dagger. Yeah, I said I was going to be doing a lot of soul trapping. I don't have soul trap spell yet, but I'll get it. When if you use that enchanting daggers, you're taking an item that has a weight of 2, very little value, but you use a fear or a turn undead spell, and you can take our enchantment. You can make something worth a few hundred. So it's a good way to make money. It's a good way to level up conjuration, level up your character. And daggers don't weigh that much. just realized. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay. I was going to put that fortified conjuration hunter's gear on, but I may just end up disenchanting that. It's 15%, it's helpful, but I want to learn the enchantment. And hopefully I can find some jewelry that has it. Oh, right up the bunghole. Alright. So light armor tweak. Tweak. Improvement. Jeez. I better lay off of that. I'm getting low on arrows. I'll get more when I go through Bleak Falls Barrow. The bandits will have them, the Draugr will have them, and after that I should never run low on arrows. Yeah, it'll be getting light soon. I guess we can start heading on over. So I guess I could talk about some of the mods I have installed. I've already mentioned Clarelux. Now Clarelux, in addition to adding these lanterns and those little fire pits you see by some of the signs, it adjusts the. You can tweak the light, the radius, the brightness, and how orangish or warm or cool you want the color on that. I don't know if that affects all lanterns and all fires or just the ones it adds. I'm still unclear on that. I guess I'd have to read up on it a little bit more. I've also got Climates of Tamriel. I've tried other weather mods, and every one of them I found things I didn't like about them, and or there was problems with it. Mod conflicts or things just not working right. And Climates of Tamriel seems to always work. What can I say? It works. It works with a lot of the other mods that I'm using, so might as well just stay with it. And the only thing about that one that I don't like is that sometimes you get those thunderstorms, and it's just constant, almost a constant rolling thunder, and it gets kind of annoying. But other than that, I don't really have a complaint. Let's see what else I got. EL effects. Not sure I mentioned that one, but I like that. It makes the interiors a lot darker, so that may be a little bit of a problem. I'll have to make use of a torch quite a bit. It's probably going to look a little too dark when it gets on YouTube, maybe, but like I said, I'm hoping that if I use torches enough that it'll look okay, because the gameplay is just so much better. Oh, I know what this is, man. It's more freaking vampires.
Never should have come here. No! Ah!
He diseased me. Well, I guess we go over here and help with the companions thing. See if we can put a shot on that giant, so AO, the Huntress, won't give us the attitude like, oh, that's done, no thanks to you. There's a guard just standing there when this is going on. See, I didn't even get a chance to get a shot off. And you not textured properly on your Skyforged steel arrows. Wonder why your shield isn't properly textured. Neither is your bow.
That's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Nobody's paying me to take care of this. Besides, there's 3 of you. You really needed help?
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
Well, what's a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions?
No.
An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor.
Really?
And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Ah, interesting. Well, can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Rubyska. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
And here in Nernroot. Take that too. I think there's another one down this way. Good for damage health. You mix it with Death Bell. You don't have to. I mean, you can mix that with, I think, with like Imp Stool. But if you mix it with Death Bell, you get a 1.5 multiplier to the damage. If you mix it with River Betty, you get a 2.5 multiplier. And if you mix Death Bell and River Betty, the multipliers do not stack. You'll get the 2.5 from the River Betty, but you'll also get Poison of Slow, which is pretty helpful because then your opponents move at 50% speed for the duration, which of course depends on your skill and everything. And it also does a tremendous amount of health damage. It's really fun to use that against giants because they can't move so fast, so you can just like walk backwards and peg them with arrows.
By Eastmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north by the Lauria's farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Weaker. You were gone
We do
long.
not encounter one of them on the road.
I suppose if we do,
Good
we'll
morning.
find out just how
Warm
fast
sands,
the
friend. How may this one serve you?
What have you got?
Take a look.
All right. Thanks.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
All right. Another system crash. I don't know what the deal is there. It seems to come in spurts, you know? 5 or 6 episodes, everything's fine, and then it's just like one after another after another.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
But Riverwood calls for the Jarl's aid.
Riverwood's in danger too. You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Okay.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
There's a few other quests we can pick up while we're here in Whiterun. Here's a simple one right here. Hello.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Do you work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater. It's a surprise, I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
Sure, I'm heading up there anyway.
Thanks.
Hey.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Oh yeah, those vampires diseased me. You looking to become a merchant?
Before my ma and da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Well, I could help you with that.
You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Whoa.
Saphir! Wait,
Hey,
You
man.
find mercenary work? It might suit you.
What was all that arguing about?
My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Do you need some help finding it?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby. But I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. Valtheim Towers. Good to know.
If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
Get rid of this vampire business.
We cannot afford to
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Take it easy now. Alvor sent me. Riverwood's in danger.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
A dragon has destroyed Helgen.
You know about Helgen?
Yeah.
The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
Okay.
So, you were at Helgen?
Mm-hmm.
You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it destroyed Helgen. Last I saw it was headed this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
Well,
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
okay. Oh. Tie-dye suit. Nice.
I'm so angry I can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress just days ago. Now where is it?
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Uh-huh. Alright. Well, what is it and where is it?
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Okay. Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow? I've heard of it, but...
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
I didn't think it was miserable. How do you know the stone tablet's actually in there?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Okay. Well, let's see. I got a little bit of money. What do you have for sale?
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Well, some of them. Okay. Good enough. Talk to you later.
You know, this is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Alright, another level up. Alright, I think we'll wrap this one up here. And next one we may go after... Oh, wait. I gotta return the sword to prevent this. Well, I'll do that during the break. So I'll wrap this one up and we'll pick it up from here. Maybe we'll go get Amren's sword, maybe Bleak Falls Barrow. I'll decide that during the break. So, thanks for watching. Things should get a lot more interesting after this. I know this episode is a little bit boring, not a lot of action, but it's gonna pick up a lot from here. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. So long.